Arnold Schwarzenegger here for his first live interview about his autobiography, Total Recall, My Unbelievably True Life Story. It's on sale now. It covers Arnold's whole life, from a rough childhood in Austria to his string of successful careers, bodybuilding and business, the movies and politics. Schwarzenegger also opens up about his failures, the affair with his family housekeeper and the son they kept secret, the moment he finally confessed to his wife, Marii Shriver, and the divorce proceedings that followed. So a whole lot to talk about. Arnold, thank you for coming in this morning. You just saw that poll. Let's start out with some politics right now. You're still a Republican, right?
Yes.
But you haven't yet committed to Mitt Romney. Why?
Well, I always wait until the last minute because there are some very interesting debates coming up. And I think that it's always nice when you see both of the candidates next to each other and debate the issues, and then you can compare notes. I mean,
so there's still a chance you could vote for President Obama?
It's I'm open-minded, and I want to hear what everyone has to say, and then I'm also not one that just votes on one issue. I vote on the whole package, and so which one of the candidates really has the best package, because no one is perfect and no one is exactly what you want. The ideal thing is if you can put two candidates together, but that's not going to happen. And so, you know, I'm going to keep an open mind.
Okay, well, let's talk about the book a little bit. We asked Marii Shriver if she had any comment on the book. She has not given one to us, but has she let you know yet what she thinks about it?
Well, I think that, you know, it's very difficult, obviously, for the family and for the kids when this whole thing kind of gets brought back.
Then why write the book?
Well, the book was an idea that Simon & Schuster's tried to have me write an autobiography for the last 20 years. And I always felt like, well, it was not enough of a story, and I didn't have time because I was doing 2-3 movies a year. But I think that after the governorship, you know, I started thinking about it again. And I said to myself, this is one of the most incredible immigrant stories. I mean, it's really extraordinary when you think about coming over here with absolutely no money and then making it to climb your ladder in a bodybuilding sport and become the best and winning 13 championships, then going into movies when everyone thought it would never happen to be a leading man in movies with an accent, with a name like that, and not having really any acting background, and climb up and end up, you know, being the highest paid actor in a history of motion pictures, and then go and all of a sudden there's a recall election in California, and they jump in and they become governor of the greatest state in the union. So that's an interesting story.
It certainly is, but you also knew that this would be front and center in the book. And you write about how the day after you left the governorship, Maria confronted you in a therapist's office, but she had actually come to you about the affair and the possibility of a child many years before, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't you admit to it then?
Well, I just did not know how to. I was just, I think, too scared about losing everything, losing her, losing the family, and I just didn't know how.
Do you think you should have?
Well, it's always easy to be smart in hindsight. But the bottom line is that, you know, no matter if it is then or if it is now, it's just one of the disastrous situation that I've created, and it's the worst thing that I've ever done.
Worst thing you've ever done?
Well, yeah, because
the worst secret?
It's well, not just the worst secret, it's just the worst thing because it hurt so many people, and you know, the mistakes and the failures that I've had in the past, and I write about all of them in the book because I always felt that it should be a book about me and not just about my successes. Because there's failures, there's downsides, there's mistakes that I've made, if it's in politics, if it's in personal life, if it's in movies and so on. But this is the worst because it has affected so many people.
It affected so many people, and I want to talk about the political effect as well. But, you know, I was talking to my wife about this last night, and the part that she could not get over, how do you keep Mildred in the house knowing all this?
Well, it's worse when you start, you know, getting rid of people because it's kind of like punishing somebody for having been in this situation. So that's the best way I could handle it, and I think that the important thing now is for me to recognize, and I think that doing the book was really a kind of an interesting way of analyzing my life. I hate going back and start thinking about the past. If it is my childhood, if it is my bodybuilding career or anything, I always move forward. But this book made me look back, and I think that also analyzing that specific thing was, you know, kind of a really painful but necessary, because you know, when you look at the whole thing, it was just so horrible. What it did to the kids and what it did to my wife, and because they were really fantastic. I mean, I had the most extraordinary family that anyone can ever dream of.
Have you been able to repair your relationship with them?
Yeah, you know, it takes time. I mean, I've had a good relationship with the kids, and I've had a very good relationship with Maria, but it takes time to rebuild the trust again and everything, and I'm doing everything that I can to work on that, because I want to get them back together again, because I think we were such a terrific family, and just because of my doing this stupid thing, I got into the situation that I'm in.
You write an extraordinary thing. You say you're optimistic that you and Maria will still one day be together. How can you find that optimism?
Well, I always was an optimistic person. I think that it's because it's everyone on the end is interested in that. And I'm sure that maybe Maria doesn't say that, but I'm sure Maria wishes that we all could be together. And I definitely wish we all could be together.
One final question. Have you been able to be a father to Joseph, your son with Mildred?
Yes, and you know, I will look at him as a son, and I will, you know, take care of him financially, and also of Mildred. So that's my obligation, and I'm doing it.
And it seems like you may have learned something from all this. What would you say your biggest lesson you take away as you look back and read, think about writing the book, and go over everything in your life?
I think that you learn. I don't know how much this helps you, but I mean, you learned that one stupid mistake that maybe you think is good that moment can really destroy a lot of things, and can hurt a lot of people that don't deserve to be hurt like that. I mean, Maria does not deserve to be hurt like that, and nor do the kids, and nor do everyone in the extended family. So everyone has been hurt by that, and that's, you know, but I'm trying to rebuild all that.